Going live. Good morning. This is Steve Brown, and this is the latest installment of my video blog, Rants and Raves. As you all know, we're living in a somewhat difficult time right now when civil unrest is consuming small but significant areas of some of our major cities. I'd like to have something really deep and profound to say about this, but I haven't organized this yet. Your pardon, gentles. I'm working on a written version of my series on ruling class crisis, and I don't multitask well. Then it occurred to me that actually Rudyard Kipling had something to say about this also. Something to say about civil unrest and how it is to be handled. And it is called Gallio's Song, which was inspired by the book of Acts 28, verse 17. And it very closely follows some of the verse lines, closely follow the original in the King James Version and such there. But it's about civil unrest. It reads, if you opened the Bible and read it, it would be, what the heck is this all about? This is all about the strife within the community of the Jews and the newly emerging sect of Judaism called Christians. And it is, I think, a portrait, a snapshot of what happens when strife meets the authority of a truly just man. And Gallio cared for none of these things. Acts 28, verse 17. All day long to the judgment seat the crazed provincials drew. All day long at their rulers' feet howled for the blood of the Jew. Insurrection with one accord banded itself and awoke, and Paul was about to open his mouth when Achaea's deputy spoke. Whether the god descend from above, or the man ascend upon high, whether this maker of tents be Jove or a younger deity, I will be no judge between your gods and your godless bickerings. Lictor, drive them hence with rods. I care for none of these things. Were it a question of lawful due, or of Caesar's rule denied, reason would I should bear with you, and order it well to be tried. But this is a question of words and names. I know the strife it brings. I will not pass upon any your claims. I care for none of these things. One thing only I see most clear, as I pray you also see. Claudius Caesar hath set me here, Rome's deputy to be. It is her peace that ye go to break, not mine nor any king's. But concerning your clamor of conscience sake, I care for none of these things. Whether you rise for the sake of a creed, or riot in hope of spoil, equally will I punish the deed, equally check the broil, nowise permitting injustice at all, from whatever doctrine it springs. But whether you follow Priapus or Paul, I care for none of these things. Thank you. That's all I had to say.